Good evening, students. Today I am going to begin fourth chapter, that is agriculture. And first of all, I have selected the topic features of Indian agriculture. The most important feature of Indian agriculture is that it absorbs or it employs the largest number of economically active workforce, that is 48.5%. And if you will round it, then it will be almost 50%, means out of every two economically active person, one person is involved in agriculture, means making his or her livelihood from agriculture. But in your NCRT book, it is mentioned that two-thirds of its population, around 66% people, are engaged in agricultural activities, but that is the old data. And as per Economic Survey 2016-17, means at present, it absorbs or it provides employment to 48.5% of total workforce. So that is the most important feature of Indian agriculture. And it says that ours is agrarian economy. Agrarian economy means agro-based economy. Agro-based economy means most of the people, they make livelihood from agriculture. So that is the most important point. What I have not written here, but ideally you should begin with this point, and you can see the importance of point that in full length or extent I have explained this, that it is the most or largest employer in our country. Now come to the points I have mentioned here. It is of intensive subsistence type. These terms later on I will explain what are they. But another very important feature of Indian agriculture is it is of intensive subsistence type. Next point is there is heavy dependence upon monsoon. In class 9, you have studied in climate chapter that how Indian monsoon is irregular, how it is full of errors, how it is erratic in nature. Erratic in nature means when rains are expected, they are not coming. When they are not expected, they are coming. They may be later, they may be sooner, they may be more than expectation, they may be less than expectation. They may cause flood-like situation or they may cause drought-like situation. So, upon this highly erratic monsoon, our agriculture is dependent. In bracket, I have written only 38% of total agricultural land it avails irrigational facility, and 62%, such a bulk large percentage, still they depend upon the mercy of erratic monsoon. It is very important feature of Indian agriculture. Next point is the size of plots are too small and uneconomical. As you know, in class, again, I'm taking you back to class 9 for a while. You have studied that land, factors of production. Land is a fixed capital. It cannot be stretched as per our requirement. It's not having elasticity, so that as per our requirement, we can keep on increasing it or stretching it. So on this fixed land, there is increasing population, ever increasing population, and it is resulting in very small size plots. These very small size plots are outcome of law of inheritance also. So another very important feature of Indian agriculture is size of agricultural plots are too small and uneconomical. And as you know, ours is the second most populated country in the world. 40% of farmers, their land, the size of their land is less than 5 hectares. And 60% of total farmers, the size of their agricultural land is less than 1 hectare, which is too small with foreign nations or larger nations. Better you say larger nations. If you will compare with US, then per capita availability of land is many-fold more than this. Next point is there is preference to grow food crops. Now you may think or ask why farmers are preferring to grow food crops. The reason is food is one of our basic requirement, and since the size of plot or availability of land is too small, so farmers think to grow food crop later first of all, and if there is plenty of land, then only they are thinking about growing of cash crops. Next point is Indian agriculture is labor intensive. Labor intensive means many more workers are employed, or most of the agricultural, better you can think like that, most of the agricultural activity is performed manually. It informs us that there is less use of machines in our country in farming activity. Most of the farmers in India, they work manually. This is the meaning of labor intensive. Next point, in-depthness of farmers. Since Indian farmers are poor and just to avail inputs, farming inputs, they have to take loans from either big farmers or from any other informal sources of credit, and they are likely to be debt trapped because of crop failure cases, or because of many more other responsibilities or many more other financial requirements. So most of the Indian farmers throughout their entire life they are there in debt. That is another feature of Indian agriculture. Next point is there is low productivity of labor. Means if you will compare with the workforce or labor outside the country, then our labor workforce is standing nowhere. So their productivity is very low. You can blame their poor health or lack of nutritious food or anything, but it is a fact, bitter fact, that there is low productivity of labor. Next point, there is heavy use of chemicals. What are the chemicals farmers are using? Fertilizers, insecticides. Beneath you can see I have written something more. W stands for weedicide, H stands for herbicides, P stands for pesticides, R stands for rodenticide, etc. Means in order to gain or harvest more crop, and in order to protect the crop from insects and pest attack and so on, farmers are using chemicals heavily, and ultimately it is resulting in the infertility of soil, what I have explained already in land use pattern in India about fallow land. So that is the result of outcome of heavy use of chemicals. It is another very important feature of Indian agriculture. Next point, there is most optimum utilization of land in India. Like I'm telling you, farmers, due to law of inheritance or due to division of land, you can say, there are very small heighted, very low heighted earthen embankments, what you call in Hindi as खेत की मेड़. एक खेत को दूसरे खेत से डिवाइड करने के लिए जो मिट्टी का छोटा 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 बाउंड्री बनाते हैं, that is called as earthen embankment. So come to the point, most optimum utilization of land means farmers are growing condiment crops on earthen embankment. Now what are condiment crops? The crops which add taste and flavor to the food. For example, chili, ginger, garlic, coriander, cumin, and so on. So you can see that how farmers are in dire need of land, and even earthen embankment is also used for growing such kind of crops. Next point, 12.5% of total arable land that is wasted for making earthen embankment. You can understand 12.5% it is this much large percentage that many more small European nations could be adjusted in these earthen embankment, means the land which is being wasted for making earthen embankment. And what is the solution? The solution is formation of cooperatives. Next point is, in India, we have highest percentage of arable land in the world, that is 57%. Means of total land area, 57% is NSA, falling under the category of NSA, net sown area. That is the highest in the world. And the last point I have written, there is lack of implementation of land reforms. Just now I have informed you about what is the solution, and the solution, one of the solution was formation of cooperatives. Anyhow, whatever land reform measures government of India has introduced or framed, hardly they are implemented uniformly all over the country. Only in few pockets, like in West Bengal, in Kerala, and in few more pockets, they are implemented. Otherwise, still we can notice lack of implementation of land reforms. So these were some of the features of Indian agriculture. So you prepare very nice notes in full sentence giving proper examples. Like for example, one point is preference of growing food crops. So then you will have to give examples. What are the food crops grown in India? For example, uh, paddy in eastern part, wheat in northwestern part, millets and maize in semi-arid regions, coastal plains, paddy. So everywhere, wherever there is a scope, you will have to give points. So you prepare very good notes, and then we will shift to next topic.